Welcome to the Moore Realtors Weekly St. Louis Real Estate Market Update. I'm Dennis Norman, one of the brokers at Moore, and if you'll give me a few minutes of your time, I'll bring you up to date on what's happening in the St. Louis real estate market. Let's jump right in with some real estate news. Here's some of the headlines this week from St. Louis's best local source of real estate news and information, stlouisrealestatenews.com. Stories this week included a positive one today about St. Louis home sales increasing in December, and the inventory of homes for sale falling to near normal levels. There's about just a little over a 6-month supply of homes on the market right now. A great article, or I should say great information in this article on where's the St. Louis real estate market headed in 2012. Definitely want to check that out. And actually at the end of this video there's a QR code too to scan, where you can go to request our 2012 St. Louis real estate market forecast. This is something we've put together. We've got great data to back it up, and it'll tell you what we think is going to happen this year in terms of home sales, prices, where's the hot market going to be. Also an article on the not so positive side of things here, that new home starts for 2011 set an all-time record low. And finally, our weekly St. Louis mortgage rate update, as well as a helpful article from a local mortgage banker discussing income requirements for mortgages today. Now let's jump right into the market data. The first few slides here are going to be for the entire St. Louis metropolitan area. It's from our real-time market data. Presented here that you'll find nowhere else. And here you'll see some stats for the week. The median price of listings for sale, homes for sale in the St. Louis metro area is $174,900. You can see the median asking price per foot is $95 a foot. Average days on the market, that keeps growing, 199 days, getting up there. The 14,000 homes for sale, and so on. There's other info there as well. You can get this and a lot more data at our website at mo-re.com. mo-re.com. I'm going to skip down to the bottom there to the Market Action Index. That is our trademarked Market Action Index. It is 17. It's been rising, and a quick refresher on what that is. This looks at the basically several factors in the market, but including supply and demand in the market and activity in the market, and then applies an index number to it. A 30 would be a perfectly balanced market, not favoring buyers or sellers. As the number gets larger, above 30 up to a maximum of 60, the larger the number gets, the hotter it is, and the more it favors sellers. As the number goes below 30 to a low of 0, the lower the number gets, the colder the market is, and the more it favors buyers. We can look here at this next graph here to show where it's been since its inception back at the beginning of 2009. We can see we've obviously been in a buyer's market, a cold market since then. But recently we've hit the highest that it's been. You can see over here where it's 17. It dipped back down, came back up to 17, and that is the highest it's been since its inception. And because it was near 16 when it was introduced. Now this will show again for the St. Louis MSA. This is the price trend, median price trend of asking prices in St. Louis. The orange line's a 90-day average. The black line's a 7-day average. I show both because the 7-day average is quicker to show a change in the market. But we can see over the past year, it's went from about 177,000 up to a peak of almost 185, and has been steadily declining since, and now is back down to about where it started a year ago. With the 7-day average, we can see it's actually declining more than what's being shown in the 90-day average, but we do see it turning back up here a little bit. So let's see where that's going to go. Now we're going to zoom in here on the St. Louis market to what I call the core market, the St. Louis 5-county area. This is the bulk of the real estate market, or where the real estate activity is on our side of the river. All this data is comprised from St. Louis City and then the counties of St. Louis County, St. Charles, Jefferson, and Franklin. And here we see the number of sales and the average sales price. We're not talking about list prices here, actual sales prices. The blue bars or blue columns are the number of sales. And we can see that December, we actually ended the year pretty good. December kicked up a little bit above November there, a little over 2,000 homes. And the green line shows the average prices and what they've done during the year. And they've bounced around, and we can't pay much attention to January here because there's not much sales data in there yet. But basically, sales prices ended in December about where they began in January, around the 140,000 mark. Here we see the median home sales prices. That prior slide was average, but median sales prices in yellow, as well as the median number of days it took for those homes to sell in orange, and for the year. And again, we can see what's happened here. The sales prices peaked over summer and then dropped back down. Again, I'd ignore this last part here on January. It's just not enough data. But we can see here the median sales price ended up pretty much just about the same spot that it started out the year at. Days on market fluctuated as well, and ended up in a better position. Days on market toward the end of the year was about 80 days, and back in March it was almost 100, so some improvement there. This next one is what I call a realtor scorecard. This slide shows the ratio of the sales price that the home sold for to its list price, and I look at it two ways. One, to the current list price, that's the yellow line, what it was currently listed for at the time of sale, so after any price reductions or changes along the way. The red line represents the ratio of the final sales price to what it was originally listed for. And we can see, looking at the yellow line, for the past 12 months, homes have been selling for about 96% of the current list price at the time of sale, but pretty much around 90%, only peaked at about 92 of the original list price. So what this tells me is that an awful lot of real estate is coming out on the market overpriced. And in a market like this, when you've got declining home prices, that is a kiss of death for a seller. And that is either, that's the result of either the agents, the listing agents, not having access to data like what we have here, or not using it or knowing how to interpret it and apply it to a seller situation, or not having the resources or the knowledge or the experience to be able to convey this data and information to a seller in a manner that informs the seller and convinces the seller that this is accurate, and therefore homes are coming out on the market overpriced. Again, this is something that at more realtors that we pride ourselves on, and knowing the market and training our agents and giving them the tools they need so that they can properly educate you as a seller out there, and not end up with a result like this where the home has been grossly overpriced, which is just going to result in it setting on the market and eventually the price getting down to where it should be. And here we've got kind of a long-term look. This one's a little sad. This is a look at median list prices and sales prices over a 10-year period. So going back to 2002, the blue line shows median list prices and what they've done. Green line, median sale prices. Now, one concern here is the gap we can see between sales prices and list prices. Again, that probably shows some inaccuracy in listing price. But the sort of depressing part here is when we look at this, the sales line, it's down to about that 120 mark here. And we can see going back 10 years ago it was higher. So with the peak in the middle, prices over this 10-year period for this 5-county area have really ended up a little bit below where they were then. So what I've shown you here is a quick overview, kind of the 30,000 foot level, look down. We have, in more realtors, we have, again, we have data, market data, real-time market data, and the ability to share that market data in charts and tables that no one else in St. Louis has, and we'd love to share it with you, whether you're a buyer or a seller or an investor. I think you'll find some of these resources very useful in determining the values out there. Also, we have a plethora of other resources available to you. You can go to our website at mo-re.com and you can get market reports. You can sign up for free market reports that come out weekly that are very detailed on specific markets. We can show you the market action index reports like I showed you here for any zip code or any municipality throughout the area. Up here in the right corner you see a newsletter, and I'd invite you to subscribe to our newsletter. It's electronic. It comes out once a month. It's filled with market data, news, resources for buyers and sellers. You can subscribe to that on our website at mo-re.com or from stlouisrealestatenews.com in the upper right hand corner. You can get this market video update here from our podcast by going to the iTunes store, searching St. Louis Real Estate Market Update, and look for the arch here, and you can subscribe to that. You can also get this on our Facebook page at facebook.com/morerealtors. Down there you see me, my partner John Williams, and Nick Sepak. We're the leadership team at Moore, and us, along with our team of experienced professional agents, we'll be happy to help you with any of your real estate needs. Here we've got QR codes that you can scan and be taken to more information. On the left side, the one on the left, that QR code will take you to a page that has quite a few resources for you with a lot more additional information. And the one on the right will take you to our free St. Louis Real Estate 2012 forecast. This is filled with some great information on where the market ended up at last year and where we think it's going this year in terms of home sales, prices, interest rates, foreclosures, you name it, it's in there. It's worth getting. Finally, here's our legal stuff, the disclaimers and whatnot. And that's it. I'm going to go back to leave the QR codes on there for a second here for you. And so I thank you for tuning in this week. And until next week, I hope you have a great week. God bless you.